Hello everybody and welcome to the Magic Carpet 2.0. So I renovated my van just a few months ago and I thought that I would give you a little guided tour to show you what I changed and what works better and what I should have kept the way it was. I kind of wanted to be able to fit 3 surfboards because that was shortly before buying my 3rd surfboard, so that worked out well. So on the ceiling there is the surfboard number 1. Here, the one that I bought last for Christmas, and behind, you can't really see it, but it's somewhere. Actually, I'll show you. Just there, you can see it, and that's my 3rd surfboard. So that's my bed, my wetsuit, my paintings, my skateboard. So since I'm driving a lot, I needed a system so that it doesn't fall while I'm driving and that it doesn't take too much space, so this works out well. Under my bed I have 3 boxes. That's the box where I keep my clothes, that's the box where I put any random things that I have, and that is the box where I put all the things that I don't use very often, so for example my former work clothes and everything. And then just behind there is my bathroom, so bathroom bag so with my shampoo and towel. As you can see, I got myself lots of thick pillows and I also got myself a fan. Unfortunately this fan stopped working just this week, I noticed. I don't know why. So the system that I have in place is actually a power bank like that one, which is super convenient because I can actually plug in my computer and things like that. So I always recharge it when I'm in a cafe or something like that. Kanye West in a field of daisies. If anybody wants to try and guess why I have a photo of Kanye West in my van, although I don't have any of his songs, just try to guess. One of the problems that I have with my van is that the side door doesn't really close. You just need to go very gentle like that, and then you push here. And that's it, it clicks. But that also means that when you are inside, you cannot really close it. So I'll show you how you do. I've put a handle so that now I can close it from the inside. So see, it's right under Kanye. You pull the handle and boom! Now it's closed. The one big fail that I have in my new setup is the curtains. So I need to find a sewing machine. I know what I would do. I wanted to have something different. I don't know why, because the old system was working really well. I should have never changed it. But I tried to do something with magnets so that I could be able to remove it more easily. Obviously I haven't had the chance to make it pretty because I don't have access to a sewing machine yet. So in addition to being ugly, it's really not convenient. In the end I've attached it with screws and the fabric isn't even good quality. It's already like going away because the magnets don't hold enough, even though I took the strongest ones. So that was a big fail, and as soon as I get access to a sewing machine I'm going to put some order into that. And I'll show you the fabric also that I have for the inside, because obviously from the outside I want it to look as boring as possible so that it looks like a tradies van and that the rangers don't bother me at night. But from the inside I want it to look nice because it's still my home somewhere. Ah yeah. So that's the fabric. I got that one because it was a Christmas one after Christmas, so it was on sale and I thought it works well with the stars that I have on my ceiling. Now one of the changes that I'm the most happy about is the floor. So I used to have an old carpet that was disgusting, and especially with all the beach and surfing it was always becoming horrible, so I changed it and now it's easy to clean. Only problem is that since I do some painting sometimes, I kind of did a little bit of a disaster. So you'll see some paint. There's a lot of paint in my van in different places. But in the end it doesn't matter too much because I always considered that this is my home and a place to live, so I'm not going to be too fussed about making some marks of paint or anything else. So this is the view from the back. And here under my bed you have 3 boxes. So this one that is actually messy, I should tidy up. That's where I put all my painting things. This one is where I keep my underwear, my bathing suit, and my shoes are there. All my shoes. This is my bedside table, kind of. So with my makeup remover, my books, and random things, vitamins and everything. And this is a box with also a lot of random stuff, but it's more like tool type of things. I mean, apart from like spare wetsuits and everything, but it's mainly tools. And next to my painting there's actually my violin, because I play a little bit of fiddle, like Irish fiddle. My guitar is kind of holding here between the 2 surfboards. And I have that mirror that I use actually mainly for when I put on the zinc on my face. I changed the panel here because it was really disgusting with a lot of photos that were holding with tape. I'm glad that this is gone. And I've put a lot of stickers everywhere in my van just to give it a little bit more colors. My photos there. And just here, this is my bag for the dirty laundry from Ikea. So the way that I charge my phone is usually with a power bank like this one that's always on the side. So here I always keep the things that I use regularly. So for example, the power bank, scissors. For some reason I always end up using scissors. Tape, also something I use a lot. Etc. I have one big winter blanket that I bought at the time where I was living in Melbourne, but I haven't used it in a long time because it's so warm up here on the Sunshine Coast. Then on top of it I have this quilt that I made myself a long time ago when I was still living in a house, and even that one became a little bit too hot for the Sunshine Coast. So a few months ago my friend Mika offered me that towel. He said, "This is a magic towel for the magic carpet," because obviously the name of my van is the magic carpet. And in the end I have never used it really as a towel, but I'm always using it as a blanket. Also the clothes that I'm using, I need to have only things that don't need to be ironed, obviously. So even when I was working in office, I had to find things that don't need ironing but that still look professional. So I have a bunch of things that I kept. But obviously they're all in that third box of things that I never use because I don't need to dress professionally anymore. Just for the caravan park, we have these t-shirts for the caravan park, and then I just use one of these pencil skirts that don't need ironing with like a rubber band, so it's quickly, you just put it on, that's easy. For those of you who know Casey Neistat, he's my favorite YouTuber. In one of his videos, he's saying how it's always so much easier to create your own things because that's the only way to have exactly what you want. Because if you buy it in a shop, you'll never get exactly what you want. And that's something that I always thought already when I was little. It's the same with my van and with everything that I have. So there's one thing that I'm pretty happy with, which is that thing. I actually made it myself using some magnets, and it's something that I use to put my phone. If I want to watch a movie or something, I just put it here on top. My phone has a magnet in the back, then I just do it like that. And whoops, I'm all good to go and watch my movie. And if you're wondering what is under my bed between all these boxes, there is my spare wheel, the things to change my wheels, and there is an inflatable boat. Now there's a couple of things in my van that won't work very well, and one of them is the locking. So it works with centralized locking, and actually the key doesn't really work well. It's usually, I notice, when there is a little bit of humidity that it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I'm pressing that thing and right now it doesn't work, so sometimes I just need to leave it open and locked. I mean, not open but unlocked. Damn it. And this is where I usually keep my keys when I'm inside of my van, because otherwise it's very easy to lose it in here. And now let's go and have a look at the driver's compartment, where I spend a lot of my time. So here I keep it as boring as possible because I don't want it to look like a camper van from the outside, so that the rangers don't bother me. I have my tradies jacket in the front to make it look like a tradies van. Some of my power banks that I always charge while I'm driving. And this actually belongs to Jordan. He lent it to me. That's a boom. It's absolutely amazing for my van. In the glove compartment it's not very interesting. I have a spare Kanye West. I don't know where to put him, but it was like 2 for the price of 1. So if you have any suggestions. And quite a lot of paint here as well. This mirror is another thing that is broken, so you can probably see all the cracks. I actually had to glue it on. So that was on my way up to Queensland that it was already kind of cracked, and then my friend asked him to move the mirror to change the direction and he kind of broke it, but that wasn't his fault. Can I change lane?
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Oh god. So now we are on the driver's seat and I'm going to show you how horrible the visibility is. The mirror is not the original one, so it's too small and you cannot see everything. The beam lights don't always work. Ooh, and just this week my friend Troy broke that one. He didn't even notice, but I don't really care. But then just a few days later I broke mine. And it is dual fuel, but you cannot use the gas anymore because that's how I broke my van on the drive back to Queensland. If I'm using the gas again, then I'm going to wreck my van forever. This guy has done a lot of kilometers. And in the morning you need to pull the choke, especially when it's colder or during winter, otherwise it's just not going to start. So just like his mommy, this van doesn't really like the cold. But even when it's nice and warm, it's usually going really slow in the mornings. It just doesn't like the hills altogether. I even put a little sticker in the back. I'm gonna show you that. Moving as fast as I can. So I don't know anything about mechanics, which is one of my deepest regrets, and one day I want to do the full training because I think it's a very useful skill. But someone please tell me if everything is going fine in here. This thing wasn't holding very well, so I've fixed that. You know, I've put like one of these silver rings. That thing looks really wrecked, and the insulation is really wrecked. So very sorry for my passengers who are usually very hot on their little bums, because that's where they're sitting. So this switch here is just a little light, but it's actually super bright, so I love that one. And look at these brand new tires, my pride and joy. This was a present for my birthday from my parents. And that was very needed because they were really bold. And I am now taking you to my showers and my office, so you'll understand. So we have arrived at Nusa Civic. So I'm going to show you where the showers are and where my office is. Still doesn't lock. So that's the mall. And the showers are right there. Let's get in. There's quite a lot of space as well, with a bench. And there's hot showers. So we are in the food court and we have my favorite lunch place behind. Woo! Subway! And that's where I usually work. They have all these plugs. So very nice. I can get as much coffee as I want. I've just left the office right now, and I noticed that I didn't say goodbye in my video, so thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and feel free to contact me if you have any questions about van life, because I made a bit of an expert now. So I've put my email in the description, and yeah, feel free to just email me. Bye!